Hey, I'm T, and this is from Prison to Reform, back again with some more videos of the food stamp restrictions and Section 8 housing, people complaining about them. We also get a look on how some of these Section 8 people are living, and let me tell you, it's disgusting. Now, I'm not saying all Section 8 recipients live like this, but we take a look into some who live really gross and who are using substances, which I think you should require drug testing, monthly drug testing. That's just my opinion, though. So I got a variety of videos for you. I hope you enjoy them. Before I start the videos, please like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss any more uploads from me. But without further ado, let's get into the videos.
I went into a lady's house for an inspection. And she said, I've had my voucher for 50 years. I made sure that I got my daughter on a voucher. I made sure I got my granddaughter on a voucher. I couldn't get my son on a voucher, so I told them that he had asthma. You can't prove asthma or migraines. She told me because she was telling me a way to scam the system. Because when I pull up in a 2013 Toyota Camry. There's usually a Lexus or BMW sitting in their yard. I look poor, okay? I look poor. And so many people tell me stuff to give me ideas to help me out so that I can get some money from the government. But y'all keep on thinking I don't know it, okay? And since every one of you are going to ask me, yes, I reported it. But if your caseworker likes you, you are pretty untouchable here. Like, they will give you ideas and help you do it.
With another Section 8! All right, let's get into the dark side of Section 8 rentals. So my tenant has been told by DHR that she has to get the house in a livable condition and also has to pass a drug test in 30 days or she's going to lose her kids and she's going to lose her Section 8 voucher. Now, I have been called in by a local church to help out with this process for all the, normal wear and tear that's happened to this house for me to fix it, which I have maybe foolishly agreed to. I don't know. But we have doors that have just flown off of hinges. No one knows why. We have holes in the walls, which no one knows why. People are getting angry, but yet they didn't punch the hole in the wall. They also didn't break off the light switch in a weird way that I've never seen before. They also didn't break the window. They also didn't destroy the carpets, this, that, and the other, and all that stuff. Now, when you are going to rent a Section 8, this is not a normal thing. I know this is the only kind of video that you see is this one. But this stuff does happen. So you just need to make sure that you have some sort of way to make sure that you have the patience to deal with this situation and also the money to deal with this situation when it does arise. Now, you can make the decision to not help in this case, which I could have done, but I am going to help. I'm going to help one last time. Now, I'm not going to clean everything. I'm not cleaning the grease, which makes this floor actually slippery. I'm not cleaning the grease off the cabinets because the cabinets did not look like that when I first rented this house to this person. And also, my walls didn't have humongous holes on them behind every single chair. If you see a chair, just pull the chair away from the wall and you'll find a hole right behind it. Also, like I said, the carpet did not look like this when I rented it to this person. So, we're going to take care of this stuff. It's going to have new carpet, I guess, new flooring, something like that. We have to do all this stuff to help her one last time. And so I guess you could say this is Goodman's last hurrah with this tenant. And we'll see if this situation fixes itself or if we did all this in vain. And I'm going to lean towards the latter, but hope for the former. Don't worry, we have the jungle outside, but in the backyard, we have the little puppy dog. And with that, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Please leave those Section 8 people alone. Just because they are on Section 8 does not mean that they are broke or poor or need help. They just finessing the system. If I was on Section 8, I'll be on Section 8 for the rest of my life too. What the fuck? I'm not gonna be mad at them for getting the goddamn golden ticket to the goddamn Willy Wonka chocolate factory, motherfucker. Okay? Let them people do what they want to do. If your rent is $1,200, find you somebody you gonna fuck on and use his ass for the money. A lot of these people are staying with motherfucker just to help each other out with rent. I'm not understanding the whole setup as to why everybody mad at all the Section 8 EBT food stamp motherfucker. Cause your ass is complaining about somebody being on Section 8. That says a lot about your fucking character. What's really going to fuck on though? Okay, get your ass out my face and go get your house made up from the goddamn ground up, motherfucker. Okay? Cause Section 8 ain't finna do shit but charge you with more and more fees for smoking and fucking and having niggas in and out.
You literally could go get a job and actually afford unsubsidized rent, not being subsidized by the taxpayer. You could go do that. You are literally choosing not to because you want to build your business. Why the are you allowed to leech off the taxpayer?
I'm not leeching off of anybody.
Yes,
and
you
I
are.
have tried.
Tried what?
My last job, I had a really bad situation.
Tell.
Where I was interviewing men in particular, and every time I got on the screen with them, they got their little willies out and started whacking him.
I'm not gonna have you translate that one. Every what's our plan? Putting 30 hours a week into education that we can't define or explain?
There is a plan.
Okay. Now it sounds like a presidential debate.
I'm trying.
What's your try?
I have plans on finding a job.
What I'm about to show you is a perfect example of why women need to be cognizant and calculated about who they have children with and who they decide to let move into their home with their children. Listen to this woman's story.
Cheated on me and who bumper I took. He reported me to Section 8.
So basically, the man that she was in a relationship with cheated on her, then reported her to Section 8. And the way he did it, you just got to keep listening.
He told them that he was staying with me. So y'all know when you on Section 8, you can't have nobody living with you. He took the mail that he was getting to my house, to the Section 8, and they terminated my Section 8.
The fact that he took that route to prove to Section 8 that he was living at her home, he really never liked her. He wanted to destroy her. Regardless of what happened, her taking a bumper, people like this, men like this, ladies, keep them out your life.
I can't believe this nigga just really did this. Like, he is so bitter. Like, you could have had your bumper back. So now me and my kids, we don't have anywhere to go.
Now her and her children are homeless. He's somewhat happy, looking for the next woman to destroy. Women, be cognizant and leave these bums alone.
Oh, here's another Section 8 story that was wild to me. Because, okay, let me make a general statement. Not everybody who's on Section 8 is working the system. Those that need it should have access to it. It should absolutely be there for you. But there are people that work the system that will never get off for you to have an opportunity to have a voucher. But hang on. All right, so before I go do an inspection, I call the tenant and I say, hey, is it okay for me to come at this day and this time? And they say, sure. So they absolutely know what day and time that I'm coming. I pull up and there's a car full of people sitting in her yard, just sitting there, like literally just sitting in the car that does not move. You know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. She has a 3-bedroom voucher. So, of course, she doesn't claim her boyfriend or whatever. So, I go in the house, and underneath the sink are just, there's literally pots of grease stacked under the sink. She keeps calling us about roaches. There's nothing I can do for roaches if you won't get rid of the old grease that you use to cook in. Literally nothing. And then I walk into the living room, and the living room is covered with feces and pee, and there's a litter of puppies there. What? They all looked close to death, like none of it had been taken care of. Nothing. So I tell her, okay, you're not supposed to first have these animals here, but if you are going to have them here, then they need to be clean, the area needs to be sanitary, and they need to be properly taken care of. So in 3 days' time, I went back and checked. So I go back in 3 days to inspect, and it looks a little bit better. You'll never get that smell out of there. But I was like, but all the dogs are gone? There's no way. No way. They've just taken them to a friend's house. It happens all the time. It is what it is. But it was just so shocking. When I say that I can look at someone's account and see from the way that they're living, acting, and portraying themselves, I'm not talking about a race or a color. I am talking about literally I've been in enough homes. I have smelt the smell. I know what it smells like. I can smell it through the phone. And it's not to be hateful. It's not to be ugly. It's just a valid truth. Literal truth. But y'all get real mad at me when I say, oh, I can see that you collect all the benefits. Not my fault. You do. And FYI, she is still in that home because we don't even want to evict her because there's too much work that needs to be done there. So we're just waiting until it happens on her own or whatever. Because do you know how hard it is to get feces, the smell out?
You're on Section 8. Your rent's only $100, $650. I live in California and it's income based.
I'm on your ass. $650? I moved out at 17 years of age. Lived in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with 2 grown adults who I worked with at a pizza place. And my portion was $600 a month. Fast forward some years later, now 26. My rent is pushing $1,500 and I'm literally in the cheapest apartment that you can get in my area. And it's for a 2-2. I also have a mortgage because I got some land and I ain't got a house on it yet. So I gotta keep renting for a second. I can't even imagine being a grown adult and only paying $600 in rent. Bro, I wish. That's not including a power bill, car insurance. I finally paid off my car notes. I ain't never getting no car notes again unless I'm rich. You thought you ate. Mug's paying $2,000 a month. My homie paying $2,400 a month for rent. Like I said, I'm in the cheapest apartments that you could possibly get where I'm at. And so I lucked out. I lucked out for real. But $650, bro? That ain't shit. I ain't no that ain't shit really. And I'm not down in Section 8. If you need it, you need it. But don't come on here and talk about you paying some big bucks because you ain't.
I thought the rent was $1,100, bro. I just opened the paper. This shit say you been paying $100, bro. You on Section 8, gang?
Why does it matter?
So you got me in here. What the fuck is you doing with $1,100 every month?
It don't matter. I have other bills to pay.
You ain't never just get down on me. No, I ain't got shit for myself. That's selfish as fuck.
How is that selfish? The rent
I can't believe this shit right now. You literally paying $100 a month for rent, gang. I've been giving you $1,100. You don't understand what the fuck going on right now?
I just got accepted for Section 8. I was going to tell you. You ain't give me no time to tell you.
Is you for real? You dead ass serious right now?
So you mad?
So where the fuck the money at? What you spending the money on?
We got other bills here.
What is you spending the money on?
Damn, you sitting here mad about $1,100.
I need my shit back.
What you need back?
Cause you got me out here working hard as hell to get $1,100, gang.
I don't have
and that shit not even going to no bills. Where the fuck is my money at?
What?
Where the fuck is my bread?
Oh my God.
Go get my shit.
Look at my hair, girl.
No the fuck you not. Ain't nobody getting shit done around this bitch.
Watch out.
No, go get my shit, man.
What does it look like every time a Section 8 tenant moves out of your house? To be honest, it's nuts. I don't get it. If they're so poor they can't afford anything like their own rent, why do I need to fill up at least one dumpster every time these heathens move out of my houses?
And people be so pressed like, oh, why are you teaching people how to be on Section 8 forever? I'm not teaching people how to be on Section 8 forever. Section 8 allows people to be on Section 8 forever. But what I will do is, based off my experience and working in the industry, I will share information that's useful. I will make sure people have the proper information so that they can live the best life that they can live. Because it's unfortunate if an 18-year-old girl lived with her grandmother and her grandmother suddenly passed away, God forbid. But the best thing about it, she don't have to move if she's on her grandmother's voucher. She can take over the voucher. So we're not saying teach your kids to be on Section 8, but we are saying teach your kids to understand stability and to make sure you know what I'm saying, work the system if you can. Like, so y'all too mad, like y'all pressed, but it makes for good content.
So I had to evict somebody from Section 8 housing this week. We had this elderly lady who is blind sign a lease with the help of her daughter to occupy this property. This property had been completely redone. Well, the reason I had to evict this lady is she never moved in. Instead, her son-in-law moved in. He was running a business out of this house. The reason this is so upsetting is that this gentleman that took possession of this property took away affordable housing for people that really need it. And he did not qualify for Section 8 because he made too much money, as did his wife. Needless to say, we had to go to court. I evicted them. And my wife was with me because she was the representative of the company. And there is a massive investigation underway because we reported it to Section 8. They ended up doing a welfare check on the lady who was supposed to be living there. She wasn't living there. In fact, she had never moved out of her prior residence. Well, Section 8 informs the district attorney's office, who then informs the ATF because it's federal in nature. And now there's a federal investigation as well as a state investigation. But eventually we got them out. We got the locks changed that day. We emptied the house that day and we came back and I went to work. But that's wild. Please. Affordable housing is a need in this country. When people run scams like this, you're only hurting the people that need it the most.
So, but the ones who in my comments swearing they know some shit, talking about some, oh, she mad because she didn't get it. What to say? Oh, okay. But here you go. Here y'all go, since y'all want it so bad, since I'm ungrateful, since I don't want to depend on the government anymore, since I don't want them to do anything for me anymore. Here, take it, have it. Because I don't got to let these motherfuckers keep doing that little portion for me. If I'm paying 80% of my rent, I might as well pay it off. Y'all talk about some, oh, Section 8 help you buy houses. Okay. If I knew that, I would have said that too. But nobody knew that. The fuck? Like, y'all be on this motherfucker thinking that y'all clocking tea and y'all really be drinking nothing but piss. But like I said, here y'all go. Y'all want it? Here, come and take it. Be controlled, be limited to incomes and everything else. Because that's all you're going to get being on Section 8, love. Besides them helping.
You're going to be on food stamps.
50 years. Mind your business.
Stop being nosy.
Let me tell y'all something. This is my last year. Okay?
This is my mama last year on Section 8.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, Trump. I got cousins that been on Section 8 since I was born. So yeah, Trump sure do need to have that little 2-year limit and let me get the fuck up in there. All I need is 2 years. Oh, I could stack up so much. Just give me 6 months of just paying that little $50. $50 for 3 bedrooms. Yeah. Hurry up. Now that's one thing Trump could do. Get you bitches off of Section 8 and get the real bitches that actually need Section 8 up in there. Thank ya.
So I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I go to check my food stamp card and there's literally $220 on there. When I was supposed to get my deposit today and I was supposed to get $4,200. Yeah. I was owed back pay in food stamps and I was supposed to get the lump sum today. And they literally gypped me. So someone's definitely going to have to answer to this because I'm tired of the food stamp office taking advantage of people. I have been on food stamps for the last 12 years and I have never ran into such problems like this. And last month they locked my card so I couldn't even use it. So I'm really trying to figure out if they're targeting me specifically or what's going on because there's no reason that I should have not received that money at all. So if I have to go down to the office on Monday, I will.
I'm going to address this one time, okay? One fucking time. Why are y'all asking me how many baby daddies I have? Why are you asking me why I don't work? First of all, I have 7 baby daddies, okay? The reason I did that was so that I don't have to work. So that I can raise my kids, so I can take care of my kids. There's so many mothers out there that do this. And in order to make ends meet, yes, I do live off the government. I am on Section 8. I do get $2,000 in food stamps per month. I'm not getting enough. Honestly, I need more. How am I supposed to keep up with their needs? They like to eat their cookies. They like to eat their donuts, their cakes, their chips, their pizza. I can't buy their pop. How am I supposed to make ends meet if I'm only getting $2,000 a month in food stamps? I need more. Y'all are not asking the right questions. I should be asking why I'm not getting more than $2,000 a month in food stamps.
What I got to last me the month as a low-income stay-at-home mom is that an entire bag of Gusher. You're getting $511.59 in EBT and $197.32 in WIC, and this is what you spend it on? See, this is why I support monitoring what people spend government-assisted aid on when it's especially funded by the taxpayers. No, because that's 9 cases of soda that you don't need. She bought cookies, she bought Rice Krispie treats. There were the Gushers that were all up in that bag. Like, why are your young kids eating this? And then I'm confused because she uses government-assisted aid to buy herself coffee and coffee creamer, which you don't need. Like, it's for things you need, not things you want. Honestly, look at the fridge. Capri Suns, juices, processed food, cases of soda. Like, how is this healthy and using your government-assisted aid wisely to buy healthy, nutritious foods for your developing children's brain and body? Like, on top of that, you spend all your money irresponsibly on unhealthy foods for your children, and you're a stay-at-home mom, you're not even working. Like, this is why I'm excited for Trump to make the changes on government-assisted aid, specifically EBT, where he's gonna make able-bodied people have to go back to work. Because why are you not working if you're healthy and can contribute by getting a job? Stop relying on the government. They're not your daddy. Literally, be so for real.
Okay, I need to find a grocery haul. 2 bags of pot roast, 2 cans of beef, 2 cans of croissant roasted, hamburger buns, 2 things of dirty rice, a bag of corn, a case of apple juice, strawberry waffle, buttermilk waffle, 2 boxes of these hamburger helper, and 1 box of this one. A box of toast, strawberry toasted fruit, 2 boxes of strawberry cake pies. They're mine. Yeah, I know. Talking shit. A thing of all-purpose flour, a bag of self-rising flour. That flour you got everywhere. Thing of sour cream, thing of fish fry, a bag of 3 onion blend meat, thing of chicken noodles, a gallon of sweet tea, Velveeta cheese, 3 gallons of milk for the twins, coconut oil for the kids hair, ham and cheese hot pot, pepper on the hot pot, chicken pot pie, oil, brownies, peanut butter crackers, oops, all berries, French toast sticks, 2 Napoleon ice cream, some white for the twins, a box of little egg rolls, a thing of cupcakes just for cooking, and they complete. Today we spent $1,592. Thank you, EBT.
SNAP benefits took my entire tax refund. Then they go and say, well, it was due to an overpayment that they did in 2021 during the pandemic, and it was documented as a human error. I said, what? You said it documented as a human error. She goes and says, yeah, but there's nothing we could do about it because you signed a contract that stated any problems or issues with the application, I'm going to still be at fault for it. I'm not going to lie. I feel some type of way. I feel targeted. I feel like something personal. Someone in the office was like, oh, nope, she going to pay all this back, something. How dare you end without warning?
With me one whole time, you do, and I don't care about none of it, nigga. I'm a real nigga, boy. I'm a straight nigga. I don't need none of it.
These were some wild clips. A lady doing an inspection, pulling up, looking like she's poor. I think that's an awesome idea. And people telling her how to, cheat the system. That is crazy to me. And then her saying that if you got a good caseworker, they will even give you tips and help you out. That is crazy. And the way some of these Section 8 people live, I'm not saying everybody on Section 8 lives like that, but that is crazy. And it was so nice of that landlord to help her out one last time. And she has to drug test, or she could lose her kids. I mean, I think it should be mandatory that they do drug tests. Not saying that everybody on food stamps or Section 8 uses. I'm a recovering addict. I've never been on Section 8. Can never get in because, people living on it for years and years, just like that one girl said. she has some cousins or family members that have been on Section 8 for many, many years. So it's just crazy. And then the lady doing another inspection, and like a bunch of people sitting in a car waiting for the inspection to be done so that they could go back inside. And that is crazy to me. And then that one lady paying $100 in rent, how would that be, first off? And lying to her boyfriend, saying that rent's $1,100 and he's been working his butt off. He should leave her. He should definitely, if that's true, he should leave her. That is so messed up of her to do, for real. It's just crazy. And then, you know, the lady saying how to finesse the system, she's giving tips. It's all just crazy to me. Let me know what you think, though, about all these clips. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more.